Another questionable shooting of a black man in the United States. This is Undiluted News. Mikey Bones reporting. Another very questionable shooting took place in California. A double amputee was shot dead by the police after it is said that he attacked them with a knife. Footage taken by bystanders from several angles shows 36-year-old Anthony Lowe abandoning his wheelchair as officers point their weapons at him after allegations that he had stabbed someone. No clear view shows exactly what happened next, but the officers fired around 10 bullets and Lowe, who was black, was dead. His mother said that she is now seeking justice as her son had no legs. How could he be a threat to police officers? And we question this. Why did they not just pepper spray him or shock him with a taser? How can a man with no legs be that much of a threat to trained officers? Let me do one comparison. A white man with a hammer beating Nancy Pelosi's husband in the head, and he was taken into custody, but a black man with no legs traveling in a wheelchair was shot to death. That's the question. Over in Jamaica, Prime Minister Andrew Holness has said Jamaica is participating in efforts by CARICOM and the Organization of American States to assist Haiti. The Prime Minister added that Jamaica is willing to participate in a multinational security assistance deployment to Haiti to support a return to stability and peace. He noted that both the Jamaica Defense Force and the Jamaica Constabulary Force have been alerted this possible course of action and have started to plan for such eventualities as part of their routine situational awareness and response readiness. Right now, there is war in West Kingston, people getting shot daily right across Jamaica. People are dying by violence and the guns are on the street with shots firing like rain, and Jamaica police are stretched thin already, cannot put a lid on this killing. But the Prime Minister of Jamaica is saying that he is willing to send troops who cannot stop violence in their own country, but they're being sent to another country to stop violence there. Now, people, does that make sense? Is the Prime Minister sane? We're just asking. Big United States and Canada, they won't send anyone because they know that no country that ever invade Haiti ever win. Any country that sends troops into Haiti have to flee after a few weeks or a few months. The House of Representatives has approved another 60-day extension of the zones of special operations established in 7 communities. ZOSOs are in place in Mount Salem and Norwood in St. James, Savlamar in Westmoreland, Augusttown and Greenwich Town, St. Andrew and Parade Gardens, and Denham Town in Kingston. And these ZOSOs have to be in place as the island is now in total chaos. The teacher who was caught on video threatening a student at the Newell High School in St. Elizabeth has been suspended. Children's advocate Diana Gordon Harris confirmed that the teacher was served with a suspension notice on Monday. The video, which has gone viral on social media, was secretly recorded by another student while the teacher told a boy in his class that he has killed before and will kill him as well. A section of the video also shows the teacher chasing the schoolboy who ran from the classroom. Major General Anthony Anderson, the police commissioner, has declared that he is ready to provide U.S. law enforcement with additional identities of individuals living there who are instigating violence in Jamaica. General Anderson said key persons behind the flare-up of violence in the Kingston Western and Kingston Central Police Division have been identified. He declared that the police would target those who were directly engaged. General Anderson noted that more discussions about the situation will be held with U.S. authorities. A man has been charged with possession of prohibited weapon and ammunition after he was allegedly nabbed with an illegal firearm in Trial Heights in Spanish Town on Sunday, January 15. Charges 28-year-old O'Shane Riley of San Diego Gardens in Spanish Town in St. Catherine. Reports from the Spanish Town police are that about 11:15 p.m., lawmen were in the area when they saw Riley walking along the roadway with an object in his hand. Upon their approach, Riley apparently dropped the object and attempted to flee the scene. He was accosted and the item retrieved and found to be a Uzi semi-automatic pistol with a magazine containing 13 9mm rounds of ammunition, and he was subsequently taken into custody and charged. Charges of robbery, rape, and corruption are now being brought against 4 St. Elizabeth police officers who were detained. The St. Elizabeth police hierarchy arrested the 4 constables Tuesday morning. They're part of a special team. And this happened in response to a woman's complaint that she had been threatened, that she was robbed and raped by police following a traffic check on Monday night. It is said at about 10 p.m. the police unit reportedly stopped the 26-year-old female driver while conducting a checkpoint operation along Crawford Main Road in St. Elizabeth. She is said to be operating a vehicle with a demonstration plate on it. And according to reports, she offered the police $7,000 she had on her, but they demanded $50,000 in return for not prosecuting her. And it said that the police brought her to a Black River ATM where she tried unsuccessfully to withdraw $50,000. One of the officers then instructed her to drive to a Black River grocery where she was led to the back of the building and allegedly sexually assaulted. The woman alleged that the police threatened to kill her if she reported the assault. And according to reports, the constable made purchase using the woman's credit card as well. She later reported the incident to the Santa Cruz police where she underwent a medical evaluation. The four men were taken off duty after being disarmed. Hugh Faulkner, Commissioner of Indicom, announced that his team has now been sent to St. Elizabeth to investigate the matter. A man was shot dead at the intersection of Skibo and Cargill Avenue in St. Andrew on Tuesday evening. The deceased is 42-year-old Johan Darling, a well-known architect of Carlton Road in Kingston 8. And it's understood that the now deceased man was trailed by men on a motorcycle who shot him multiple times before he crashed his car into a wall. Police report that about 6:30 p.m. Darling was driving along Skibo Avenue heading towards Cargill Avenue when a motorcycle with two men aboard drove up and the pillion opened gunfire hitting Darling in the head. The SUV then crashed into a wall and you can see that this was definitely a case to make sure he was dead as the shooter went in front of the crashed vehicle and shot Darling multiple more times in the upper body, and it is said that he got about 9 shots. The gunman fled the scene and Darling died on the spot. This was definitely a contract killing, and it is said that the shooter is either a soldier, a police, or a very well-trained assassin. As of January 31st, 91 persons were murdered in the island. Onto sports, the Jamaica Football Federation has announced the 20-man squad for the 2023 CONCACAF Men's Under-17 Championship in Guatemala from February 11 to 26. 4 reserves were also announced. The delegation will depart Jamaica on February 9th. The Young Reggae Boys have been drawn into Group G alongside Costa Rica, Cuba, and Guadeloupe. In the previous edition of the CONCACAF Under-17 Championship, which was played in Bradenton in Florida in 2019, Mexico won their 8th title at this age level with a 2-1 extra time win over the US in that final. Onto cricket, even though she tried her best, Captain Hayley Matthews was unable to conceal her disappointment after her injury-riddled West Indies women's team lost to India women by 8-wicket margin in the 2020 International Tri-Series final on Monday, extending their miserable losing run to 9 games. In all too familiar story, the Caribbean team's batsmen once again struggled and could only muster a meager 94 for 6 from their 20 overs after being brought in at Buffalo Park. The Indian women batted first and reached their target of 95 with 37 balls remaining with ease. And the loss was West Indies women's 4th in as many tournament games after a 5-0 beating in England. And if you ever miss the news on this radio station, please go to YouTube and type in Jamaican Undiluted News. Listen, like, share, and subscribe to keep it going. That's going to be news and sports on your favorite radio station. My name is Mikey Bones. Have a wonderful day, everybody. I gone.